Brian's Got a Game. I am Brian, and I got a game here today called King of Tokyo. King of Tokyo is a 2 to 6 player dice rolling take a bet game in which players take on the roles of giant monsters, battling it out to maintain control of the city. Created by Richard Garfield and published by Yellow, this game quickly became a must-have in game collections when it came out in 2011. So, let's check it out, and I'll show you what it takes to become the King of Tokyo. Now let's take a look at the components. Everybody picks a character, along with a character board with the character on it. Please notice that we have 0 victory points and 10 health. You also take your cards and put them down and lay them out and lay out 3 of your cards. You will pick from those later in the game. You also have your victory. Well, you also have your energy. Energy is like your money in this game. You also have your dice, which will do your play during the game. This is how a turn will work. This is in a game with 3 players. The first player rolls their dice, and different dice mean different things. A number, if you get 3 of that number, then you get that many points. So, you roll the dice like Yahtzee. So if you have ones you want, you put them off to the side, and you can re-roll. Those get points. This electricity thing means energy, your little money. And then you also have attack points, which you can use to attack other monsters. And life. You can regain your life. So you roll until you get a few things that you want. Okay, so the Mecha Dragon got an attack point. So he goes into Tokyo. On entrance to Tokyo, you get 1 victory point. It's good to be in Tokyo because you get, on your next turn, you get +2 more victory points. But it's bad to be in Tokyo also because you cannot heal. Everybody else is attacking you, and you are attacking everybody else. Mecha Dragon also got 3 of the number 2. That means he gets 2 more points. So in this case he'd be 3 since he hasn't been on it in Tokyo for a second turn yet. He also got 1 energy. It's 1 little block. Energy can be used to buy these. If there was a cheaper one that cost 1 or 2, Mecha Dragon could pay in this, get a card, and they do different things. Once that is over, it is now the next person's turn. Now, since everybody else is outside of Tokyo, they can heal, and they can attack Mecha Dragon. So I got 2 3s, so I'll keep those. Energy can be good. Ooh, an attack. Okay, so I hit Mecha Dragon twice. So that means Mecha Dragon's health goes down to now on 8 health. I also get an energy point. Now let's take a look at some cards. We have heal. Please notice that it has the red word discard. Discard means once you buy it, you put it into the discard pile. This one, heal 2 damage. So, just put it off to the side, and then you get another. Please notice that it also costs 5 energy. 3 energy, sorry. Heal costs 3, burrowing costs 5. We have Poison Spit. When you deal, you keep this one, so once you buy it, you put it near your character and use it whenever you want to. When you deal damage to monsters, give them a poison counter. Monsters take 1 damage for each poison counter they have at the end of their turn. You can get rid of a poison counter with a heart. That heart does not also heal a damage. This one costs 4. Another card, extra head. You keep it, and you get an extra die. The extra dice look like this. They're green dice. They're different than the black ones. So if someone buys and plays this card, they get one of these green dice and roll it along with their other black ones. So for their turn, they roll all the dice. Good. Let's say it's the third player's turn, and this is what they rolled. They dealt 2 damage. So, if you damage the person in the inside of Tokyo, they have the option to stay in Tokyo or leave Tokyo. If they leave Tokyo, they take the damage, and then the person who damaged them goes into. Please notice that if you forget something about entering Tokyo, enter 1 point, and there are 2 points, no healing. Please notice that there's also Tokyo Bay. Tokyo Bay is only for 5 and 6 player games. Play continues until either player gets to 20 victory points or they die. Whenever you die, there's this really cool skull and crossbones sign. And when they die, they're out of the game. You take their character off, and they're out of the game until the end. Okay, got my dad here for a parent's opinion, and I've got a new microphone to improve the volume.
Yeah, hopefully that'll sound a little bit better for our videos going forward.
Yep. So what do you think of the components?
The components for King of Tokyo are just okay. There's a lot of cardboard on the characters. It does the job. I like the dice. The dice are really well done, and I like the 2 extra dice that you get and how the colors are inverted.
I like the little green cube energy.
Yeah, the energy cubes are cool. They're kind of see-through, and they kind of look like glass.
And the little kids that play with them, whenever they roll a energy.
Yeah, the energy is always the favorite thing in our house. Kids are always going after the energy. The cards are okay. We put our cards in sleeves because I was afraid that with the kids playing them, they would get bent and destroyed. So
They're sleeve. I really like the artwork.
I do too. So I'm going to admit I'm a sucker for artwork when it comes to games. Most of the games we have in our collection are because it caught my eye on the shelf. The cartoon artwork that's done on the cards is well done. It really hits home that your monsters crashing through the city trying to do damage to each other. And the kids, of course, like to see the cartoons on the cards. And of course the guys, there's an alien and there's a King Kong type guy, and a dragon,
robot dragon thing,
and
Cyber Bunny.
Cyber Bunny. So
everybody,
it's
sucker
great.
for Cyber Bunny. The gameplay's very easy. Roll dice, attack, get currency. Very simple.
Right. So you can play this game with very little aged kids. My 3-year-old, he liked to do it. He just likes to throw the dice, and it's got the Yahtzee style. So they're used to doing that, rolling, setting aside the ones you want, and re-rolling until you get the dice that you're going to play with. There's a little bit of push your luck element in there too, because you don't want to stay in Tokyo too long because
you'll die.
Everybody's attacking you, right? And you can't heal. So there's a little bit of, do I wait to get out? Am I going to push, can I make it round one more time to get the points?
Yeah.
So I really like that. I like the dice rolling, and I like the push your luck. And then the cards, right? The cards add some complexity to the game, too.
Yeah, definitely the cards. Strategy, there isn't very much strategy, but you can hit a lot of strategy in some of the expansions, but you also get a bunch of strategy in how long do you stay in Tokyo, as you were saying?
Yeah, right. So there are a couple expansions that we're not going to talk about in this video. Maybe we can do that in the future. But you're right. There isn't a whole lot to this game. You throw the dice and you beat each other up. And yeah, the strategy is how long do I stay?
How much do I attack? Because we know that they're really powerful.
Right. So you can do a lot of the attacking, or I know that what you like to do is go after the energy, right?
No,
so that's a strategy.
I go after attacking.
Oh,
every time.
When we usually play, you go after the energy so you can get the cards.
I do like some of the cards.
And my 7-year-old also likes the cards, so she'll almost exclusively roll for the energy and get cards. So the cards are very fun. They add, the little cardboard pieces that, you can shrink, which means you get one less die that time, or the acid spit, it takes a health from you every time. So the cards do add some more.
Definitely a bunch of strategy. Very easy for kids. Roll the dice, attack, deal damage,
and get points.
It's like all there is to it.
When we got this a couple years ago for Christmas, this quickly became one of the family favorites. It's super easy to play, and everyone enjoys it. It can drag on and go on for a long time if you're too conservative, and I guess maybe that's when the cards help to speed things up. But if you're always attacking and getting out and going in and getting out, 1 point at a time, that does take a while.
Yeah.
But let me just note, there is another game. They made a sequel to this game called The King of New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if King of Tokyo is too easy or kind of boring for you, then I would suggest checking out King of New York. They really made it a different type of a game. There's a lot more strategy, and you go into the city of New York and you go through the boroughs, and as you go, you kind of evolve your monster, and so there's a lot more planning and strategy going on there in King of New York. And maybe we'll do that in the future too.
Maybe. Overall, it's a very easy game, great for kids. Strategy, pretty good. Artwork's beautiful.
Super easy. We really like it. A+ for King of Tokyo.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook. Visit us tweet at Brian's Got Game. I'm Brian. This is my dad. See you next time.